Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Wulfenite.insights. Today we are doing a Mercury Retrograde reading. This is the first Mercury Retrograde of the year. It starts January 30th and ends on February 20th. Now this retrograde is actually in the sign of Aquarius. If you don't know too much of Aquarius, you can watch my video from last week in which I do an Aquarius season reading. But in the first part, I explain how Aquarius is a sign of humanitarian. It's an innovator. It is someone who is looking to break free, break out from social norms, and really collectively as a whole, Aquarius is the sign of unifying, the sign of thinking outside of the box to bring everyone together. Now, with the Mercury retrograde happening in this Aquarius season, it means that as a whole, collectively, we're going to be looking at the injustice and the unfairness that the system is doing to everyone, how we're going to be opening our eyes to the oppression that exists. People already saw that happen the year before. Now with the Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, it could happen again. I don't know to what extent, but it just means that people are going to be awakening to all the oppression that exists, how the system is not being fair to everyone, and people are going to start problem solving. They're going to start thinking about solutions, and that is what Aquarius is. The sign of solutions, the sign of doing things differently since everything that we've been doing already hasn't been working. With this pick a card reading, we're going to be asking how this Mercury retrograde in Aquarius is going to personally affect you, what you need to revisit and review, what lessons will you learn, what in your life needs restoration or revival, how to cope during this Mercury retrograde, and the overall outcome. So here on the table, we have 4 piles, group number 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you are guided to pick more than one pile, that is totally okay. Right now, you can pause the video, ground yourself, center yourself, and ask the universe which of these piles resonates with my energetic vibration so that it could be as accurate or it can provide you the message you need for guidance and assistance. So with that, you guys, we'll get started on your reading. Hi group number 1, welcome to your reading. Today we are doing a Mercury retrograde reading in Aquarius. So we will be asking how this Mercury retrograde is going to affect you personally, what you need to revisit and review, what lessons will you learn, what in your life needs revival or restoration, how to cope, and the outcome. The first card that we have here is the 4 of Summer. So this Mercury retrograde in Aquarius is personally going to affect you in the sense that you're going to realize how much you take your life for granted. You're going to realize how disconnected you truly are from the people around you and what they're going through. You're really just going to be like, whoa, I'm definitely disconnected with the world in general. And I did not know that my friend or my family members were going through this hardship or they were experiencing life the way they have been experiencing. Group number 1, the angels are letting me know that during this Mercury retrograde, you're going to realize how much in a bubble you truly were, and you're going to start opening your eyes to the other realities that people live in. Now, what you need to revisit and review during this Mercury retrograde, I'm getting is how you present yourself to the world, how you let others know what's going around you. Group number 1, what you need to review is kind of your personality, how people perceive you and how you perceive yourself in this world. Group number 1, the angels are letting me know that they really want you to work on your compassion. They really want you to work on being assertive. And if you are already assertive, continue to be assertive, but overall be more understanding of the relationships around you. They really want you to revisit how you identify in your relationships. They really want you to review all your past relationships, review how healthy they were, review the things that you missed in those relationships. And what I mean by missed is maybe you thought that this person was lashing out at you because they were upset with you, but in reality, they were going through this hardship that you did not understand or did not even know about. And that's something that they want you to notice. They want you to review all your past relationships, every moment that you had conflict. What I'm getting is that there's one in particular relationship that really, really strung you deep, and you're still carrying that relationship with you. They're saying for some it's romantic, for others it's platonic, but they really want you to review that relationship and try to see the perspective that they were going through, because you saw this situation through your eyes. Now they want you to see it through their eyes so that you can create that compassion and understanding. And by doing so, you will become the king of autumn. You will become someone charismatic, gifted, and accomplished. You will have good people surrounding you, and you will have great opportunities for business partners and networking. So that's something that they really want you to revisit, group number one, because that's going to help you problem solve. That's going to help you overcome challenges. And by really looking on that past relationship, whether it was platonic or romantic, by reviewing that, you'll be able to see the other person's perspective. And you'll be able to understand why they reacted and took the actions they took, group number one. Now, what lessons will you learn during this Mercury retrograde? We have the 9 of autumn. So you're going to be learning about self-love. You're going to be learning about burnout. You're going to be learning what you need to do to take care of yourself, to be successful, to be energized, to be happy. You are going to learn how to be alone and to cherish that alone time on your own to recover, recuperate, and just re-energize yourself completely. Now, what in your life needs restoration or revival? We have the Prince of Autumn. So with this card, group number one, the angels want you to know that what you need to revive within you is that chivalrous aspect of yourself. You need to revive that trait of being dependable towards others. The angels are letting me know that you've either become very flaky, or you just don't want to socialize with people. You don't want to really water your relationships and take care of them, whether they're platonic or in romantic. And that's something you need to work on. That's something that you need to revive again. You need the people around you to know that they can depend on you so that you can depend on them. And also your chivalry aspect of your life, being kinder, helping others out without expecting something in return. And by doing so, a lot of more opportunities are going to happen. A lot of people are going to cherish you, and they're going to really be there for you. And that's something that the angels want you to revive, to be kind to others again, but also pay attention to the small details and pay attention to the ones that aren't serving your higher purpose, group number one. Now, how to cope during this Mercury retrograde? We have the Lovers card. So what this means is a way for you to cope during this Mercury retrograde through everything that is happening. The angels want you to really reach out to your friends and family, to really reach out and talk to them, to really build those relationships. The way for you to cope is adding love into your life. And if you were thinking about dating, this, and you were waiting for a sign, this definitely, you could take it as a sign, because the Lovers card means that you're usually going to meet the love of your life. But during this Mercury retrograde, group number one, they usually say don't start new relationships or make plans or trips. But what I've learned is from the angels is that as long as you're cautious, as long as you take your time, continuing to move forward during the Mercury retrograde is okay. But the way you're going to cope more than anything is by doing a lot of self-care, a lot of self-love, and really connecting with the people that you care about and love. That's really going to re-energize you and help you to continue to move forward during this Mercury retrograde. retrograde. And lastly, the outcome of the Mercury retrograde for you, we have the release card. So with this card, group number 1, you're going to be releasing all of those feelings of disappointment, of sadness, of hatred that you had with your past relationships. You're going to be releasing those thought forms that you can't trust anyone and no one is kind anymore. You're going to start putting in that trait in your life of being dependable and being chivalrous, that you'll start seeing that there are actually more people out there in the world that are still dependable, that are still trustworthy, and that they are also chivalrous, but definitely group number 1 with the release card, the outcome of your Mercury retrograde is that you're going to be letting go of those past relationships, understanding their perspective, putting compassion into that understanding, and you'll be able to let it go. And those lessons that you learn, you're going to be able to take it into your new relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic. But overall, group number 1 for the Mercury retrograde, it's really going to be about you realizing how you were in a bubble, opening your eyes to reality, learning to be dependable again, learning to take care of yourself, love yourself, be chivalrous, and know that you can be someone who is compassionate, charismatic, and gifted, and the way to cope is by really surrounding yourself with the people that you love and care for. But overall, group number 1 for the Mercury retrograde, you're going to release all that hatred, sadness, and disappointment that you've carried in your heart because of this past relationship or because of all your past relationships, whether they were romantic or platonic. Well, I'll end your reading there, group number 1. I hope this helped. If you enjoyed this reading, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. And if you feel like this message can help someone else, go ahead and share my video. And if you would like a personal private reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Thank you so much, group number 1. And until next time, bye-bye. Hi, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're doing a reading on the Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. We will be asking the angels, how will this Mercury retrograde affect you personally? What you need to revisit and review? What lessons will you learn? What in your life needs restoration and revival? How to cope during the Mercury retrograde and the overall outcome. So the first card that we have here is the Ace of Abundance. So during this Mercury retrograde, you're actually going to have wonderful good news. Things are going to start lighting up. Resources are going to come your way. You're going to be helped financially. You're going to be helped emotionally. You're just going to have so much support, group number 2. You're going to feel like the Mercury retrograde is doing you no harm, and that is a wonderful, wonderful feeling. I do see that you're going to have some issues, with technology and communication, but it's not going to be a big deal, group number 2. For you, this Mercury retrograde of January 30th to February 20th is going to be a very abundant time for you. It's going to be a time where everything, all the hard work that you put into it is going to come to fruition, and it's going to be a beautiful time. So that's a wonderful thing, group number 2. What you need to revisit and review, I have here the Helper of Emotions. So what I'm getting here is you need to review your relationship with yourself. You need to review the criticism that you say to yourself. You need to become aware of how you speak to yourself, group number 2. And by doing so, it's going to bring more abundance to your life. But what I'm getting here, group number 2, that for you, it's really important to start doing gratitude journals, start naming 3 things that you love about yourself every day, and 3 things that you're grateful for in the past 24 hours. That is a practice that you should embrace during the Mercury retrograde so you can continue to propel in this beautiful, abundant energy. But what I'm really getting from the angels is that you need to review the way you speak to yourself and about yourself. Don't use those harsh words, That's something very important. And what lessons you need to learn during this Mercury retrograde? We have the 7 of emotions. So that means they want you to learn to be assertive. They want you to learn to make decisions, and that it is okay to put yourself first. You have a choice in everything in life. And sometimes you just have to choose what's best for you, and that is okay, group number 2. During this Mercury retrograde, with all these opportunities that you're going to have, it seems as though you're going to have to make some tough choices. And during those tough choices, you're going to realize that it is okay to put your needs first every once in a while and make a choice that will make you happy. But they really want you to stop procrastinating, especially if you're procrastinating to not make someone else upset. That is definitely your number 1 lesson during the Mercury retrograde. They want you to continue to do what you're doing with your life, but not stop your goals because you're worried about someone being upset because you're going to move out, because you want to have a baby, because you want to be in a relationship, or you want to hang out with friends, things like that. They really want you to stop procrastinating on your life. Like, they want you to continue to live and to stop that stagnant energy that you placed on yourself just because you're worried that you're going to make someone upset, group number 2. Now, what needs to be restored and revived in your life? We have the guardian of thought. So what needs to be restored in your life is your communication, especially being honest with your heart and your intuition. You need to get in touch with the angels, with the fairies, with that intuition and that universal energy. It seems like you've been disconnected, whether because of stress, worry, and anxiety. I'm getting that your crown chakra is closed, and they want you to reopen that again. They want you to open your connection with spirit again, because you're someone who's very intuitive. You can feel, you're very empathic. And they want you to learn to open that again, and open it in a balanced way in which you could be like, you know what? I don't want to tune into somebody's energies or feel what they're feeling. I just want to feel what I'm feeling. They really are saying that you need to balance that out. They're also saying that to also revive friendships, old friendships that were good for you that you just kind of let go because of what happened all last year. They really want you to reconnect with those people that you haven't connected with because of just how crazy 2020 was. And maybe you weren't up to it back then to talk to them and connect to them because everything was just overwhelming and draining. Well, during this Mercury retrograde, they really want you to connect with those people again, especially if they were good for you, because that's going to help you continue to embrace this abundance energy that is coming for you, group number 2. And now, how to cope for the Mercury retrograde? We have the helper of action. They want you to be grateful for everything that's come into your life. They want you to be a planner. A way to cope is to organize yourself, to plan things out. You're going to get so busy that you need to follow your instincts, but also have fun. You need to make sure that you are self-assured and know and understand that you're capable. Like, you can do anything, and don't give up. The best way to cope is going to be for you to organize yourself, problem solve, have backup plans. That's something that's going to be very helpful for you. But overall, have fun. Like, schedule some times for self-care, schedule some adventures, schedule like a movie night in your home, things like that. Schedule some time in which you can have fun and relax, and that's going to help you make it through this Mercury retrograde. And lastly, the outcome is the 3 of action. The 3 of action says that all the good things that started coming to you during the Mercury retrograde are going to continue to flow after the Mercury retrograde. You're going to be able to plan a trip. You're going to be able to decide what is going to be your next big project, and you're going to be able to build that success that you wanted. And if you guys were thinking of traveling, or you didn't know if you could travel or not, it says that for some of you guys you will. So I see like natural parks. So maybe some of you guys were thinking of going to like a natural park or like a hike, and that's something that the angels are saying is going to be good for you. Obviously, just stay safe, but definitely group number 2, the outcome of the Mercury retrograde for you is that you are going to be set and ready to bring to life your dreams and goals. You are going to be able to make a decision on where you want to go next, and you're going to follow through with it. And that's the energy that you're going to continue to have for the rest of the year. So that's actually very beautiful, group number 2. I'll end your reading there. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you think someone can benefit from this video, go ahead and share this video. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. And also, lastly, if you guys would like a personal private reading, I do offer that in my Etsy shop. You can find the link to the description box down below. Well, thank you so much, group number 2. And until next time, bye-bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're doing a Mercury retrograde reading. We're going to be asking how this Mercury retrograde is going to personally affect you, what you need to revisit and review, what lessons you will learn, what in your life needs restoration and revival, how to cope, and the outcome of the overall Mercury retrograde. So the first card that comes up is the 6 of Water. So personally, this Mercury retrograde is going to be very melancholy. So it's going to be very much you revisiting your past, remembering things from your childhood, from your high school. You're going to be romanticizing your past, group number 3. The angels are letting me know that it's going to be, the Mercury retrograde is really going to be a period of review for you. It's going to be just you noticing how far you've come, remembering past childhood memories. You're going to remember old friendships from kindergarten or when you were a toddler. You're going to remember college relationships, college times. You're going to remember literally the whole Mercury retrograde of January 30th to February 20th. You are going to be in remembrance. You're going to be romanticizing the past. You're going to look at your issues and just all of the past hurts and the past happiness that you've lived through. It's going to be a season of remembrance for you. And the thing that you need to revisit and review here is all the beautiful things, group number 3. They want you to not romanticize the past. Group number 3, they want you to think about how far you've come and all the great things that you are right now. They don't want you to be like, man, I messed up, or I should have done this, or I should have done that. The angels don't want you to live in that I should have done type of mentality. They want you to see your life and be like, wow, this is where I am. This is who I've become. And you know what? If I don't like it, I can actively make that change right now to be the person I want to be, group number 3. They want you to understand that you are brilliant, that you have wonderful ideas, and you have everything you need to be successful. All they want you to do is be confident. So something that you're going to be reviewing is, while you're romanticizing the past, they really want you to look at your confidence. They want you to see where your self-worth began to lack and what you can do to bring that self-worth back into your life. They really want you to look at the beautiful things that you have and all the beautiful things that you've been to, but overall be grateful for where you at in this moment in life and to really work on your confidence. That's something that you need to review and visit, your confidence, because you have everything you need to be successful and live that life you want to live. Now, the lessons that you will learn, group number 3, is you have the Emperor card. What you're going to learn during the Mercury retrograde is how to be disciplined, how to be a leader, to apply structure, logic, and organization. The Mercury retrograde is really going to be about you learning what hasn't worked for you and how to build that discipline muscle to help you propel forward into your life's goals and dreams. The Mercury retrograde is going to be really you looking at the things you were working on, what they didn't work, like how they didn't work, and what you can do to continue to work on those goals. What I'm getting here is that discipline and structure is really important for you to revisit and to learn how to apply. Look at all your past mistakes of where you didn't have structure, where you didn't have leadership skills, where you didn't have discipline and logic, and see what didn't work there so you can do it differently and apply it during this Mercury retrograde, so you can come out as a powerful emperor or empress, as a powerful leader that is able to maneuver through life with ease. Okay, group number 3. Now, what needs revival and restoration in your life? We have the 9 of air. So with the 9 of air, what needs to be restored is your light, but also your night's sleep. So what I'm getting for group number 3 is that some of you guys have not been sleeping well. Some of you guys have not created a sleep cycle, and that's really affecting you, group number 3. Now, for the others that do have a sleep cycle, what they want you to reignite in your life is that spark. They want you to see the world with curious eyes. They want you to look at everything around you with a brand new set of eyes, like you've never seen it before. If you're in a relationship, don't be like, wow, I've been in this relationship for 10, 20, or 3 years. Look at it more like, wow, I've been with this person for this long. I wonder what's different about them. I wonder what are their new interests. I wonder if their favorite color is even the same color, or if their favorite food has changed. Look at them with brand new eyes and with curiosity. That is something that needs to be restored in your life, because if you don't do that, everything's going to be very meh. It's going to be just bleak, boring, and you're just going to think that everything is pointless. But group number 3, the angels want you to know that during this Mercury retrograde, they want you to notice that just being present in life is enough and is beautiful, and you'll be able to enjoy all the little things, because all the little things are what creates a beautiful, happy, peaceful life, group number 3. But what you need to reignite is that curiosity within you, that creativity and that spark. But definitely for those who do not have regular sleep schedules, they want you to work on that. Like when your parents used to send you to sleep like at 7 or 9, you need to start doing that, because that's going to help you during this Mercury retrograde. That's also going to help you not feel overwhelmed and like you can't do anything. And if you have a good sleep schedule, that's also going to help with your self-confidence and becoming a leader and building that discipline muscle. Okay, group number 3. Now, how to cope during this Mercury retrograde? We have the Empress card. Now, the way to cope is to nourish yourself, to take care of your body, to take care of others, but to definitely add some self-care and start making plans towards your dreams. The way to cope is really going to be like, okay, this is my goal, my five-year goal. What steps can I do now to accomplish that 5-year goal? What steps do I need to take in the next 3 months to accomplish this goal? That's really going to help you cope during the Mercury retrograde. Like working towards your dreams, but also nourishing yourself and others, really taking care of your body. I'm getting drinking more water and eating healthy is really going to help you cope during this Mercury retrograde, and it's going to help you feel better as a whole, and it's going to help your confidence, and it's going to help you really embrace those leadership skills that you need to create in this lifetime, group number 3. And lastly, the outcome for the Mercury retrograde, we have renewal. So with this card, it means that after you've reviewed and lived in this remembrance type of phase during this Mercury retrograde, and after you've reviewed where your lack of self-worth came from, what you can do to rebuild it, and what you can do to nurture and see life again with curiosity, your life is going to be very much of beautiful things happening, but it's going to point you in the right direction. The Mercury retrograde is going to give you the clarity you needed to know what are the next steps you need to do to either buy a new home or move to a new place. I see that most of you guys are moving, and for others, you guys are going to be committing to a relationship. And during this Mercury retrograde, you're really going to notice where you need to take those next steps. But the outcome of the Mercury retrograde for group number 3 is really you're going to be moving in a new direction with the people that love you and the people that you care for. And you're really going to be able to evaluate and understand why you are where you are and what you can do to change it if that is your choice, group number 3. But overall, the outcome of the Mercury retrograde is a very beautiful one. You're going to have a sense of direction. You're going to know where you want to head towards. And I think that's a very beautiful group number 3. So I'll end your reading there. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. And if you think someone can benefit from this message, go ahead and share this video with them. And if you'd like a personal private reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Thank you so much, group number 3, and until next time, bye-bye. Hi, group number 4, welcome to your reading. Today we are doing a Mercury retrograde reading in which we will be asking how this Mercury retrograde will be personally affecting you, what you need to revisit, what lessons will you learn, what needs to be restored or revived in your life, how to cope, and the outcome of the Mercury retrograde. So the first card that we have here is the Messenger of Emotions. So with this card, group number 4, what I'm getting is that the Mercury retrograde is going to bring you new emotional experiences. You're going to grow into something deeper. You're going to receive messages from the universe. You're going to have epiphanies. You're going to learn to identify your feelings and how they sit in your body, and what you can do to process them and feel them. Overall, this is going to be a time of you really figuring out how you want to socialize, what friendships you want to keep, what friendships you don't want to keep, but overall being kind and gentle to yourself. You are someone who's very artistic, very creative, shy, and sensitive, and there's nothing wrong with that. You definitely are someone who carries a lot of intuition, and during this Mercury retrograde, you are going to learn how to develop that in a manner where you feel confident and safe to embrace your intuition. Now, what you need to revisit during the Mercury retrograde is we have the helper of thought. So what you need to learn during the Mercury retrograde or revisit is mostly more on your thought process. They want you to understand that sometimes things will move fast and things will move slowly, but that is okay. Right now, during the Mercury retrograde, what they want you to revisit, group number 4, is the new relationships that you have created over the past year, group number 4. They want you to revisit the way you communicate with others, and they want you to revisit your interpretation of that communication, group number 4. I'm really getting that for you. A lot of things have always moved fast. It moves suddenly, and you feel like you have no control over the things that happen to you, group number 4. And the angels want you to understand that you do have control, that you being out of control is an illusion, and the fact that you can always make a choice is teaching you that in some way you have control. You have a choice, and no one can take that from you, group number 4. That's something you need to revisit. You need to revisit all those past moments where you feel like you have not been in control, and people have walked over you, and people have made choices for you. They want you to revisit those moments, see where you were in that life, what you can do differently, and realize that you did have a choice. And the choice that you took in that moment in life was the best you could do with the knowledge that you have. But now in this present moment, with all the knowledge that you've learned and you've carried, you can make a new choice. You can start taking actions and being authentic with who you truly are. Okay, group number 4. The next card that we have is what lesson will you learn during the Mercury retrograde? And we have be open to success. So what this means is what you need to learn during the Mercury retrograde is how to listen to your intuition, how to trust that, how to trust yourself more than anything, and how to balance your priorities so that you can always be a winner. But also definitely how to accept praise and love from others. What I'm getting, group number 4, is that you don't like it when people praise you, when people say, wow, you've done an amazing job, or this is so cool, or your outfit looks amazing, or your hair. When people compliment you, you feel uncomfortable. And the angels want you to learn to feel comfortable with the praise, with the compliments, because by doing so, you're going to be open to receiving. And by being open to receiving, you'll be able to attract all the relationships that you want, both romantic and platonic. You'll be able to attract the friendships that you've always wished you could have. You're going to be able to attract that partner that you always wanted. By being open to compliments, sometimes someone compliments you because they want to start a conversation with you, because they think you're a cool person. And by you not accepting those compliments and practicing your reciprocation skills, it's stopping you from being in your community. It's stopping you from having your quality of good friends, group number 4. And that's something that the angels want you to overcome. Now, what needs to be restored and revived in your life, group number 4, is your crown chakra, which totally goes with you trusting your intuition. Group number 4, the angels are letting me know that you have shut yourself from your crown chakra. It is completely shut and closed, and you need to reopen that. You need to reopen yourself to source, to the energy around you, because that's going to help you with manifestation. That's going to help you with being able to identify which people are good for you and which ones are not. But overall, it's going to be able to help you trust your intuition. What I'm getting here for you to be able to open your crown chakra again, group number 4, is on YouTube. You can find sound bath healings and look for one for your crown chakra and listen to it. You know, if it's a really long one, maybe go to sleep with it, but you could find some short ones that are just 20 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. I'm not sure, but I'm sure you could find some short ones that you can listen for 10 minutes out of your day and really start using affirmations in which you say, I am open to the divine knowledge. I trust my intuition. It is safe for me to trust my intuition and open up myself to source. It is safe for me to receive. And by doing so, you're going to be opening your crown chakra, and your intuition is just going to flourish, and it's going to be on point, and you're going to be like, wow, you know what? I'm going to trust these gut feelings because they haven't led me in the wrong direction. Okay, group number 4, that's something that you really need to revive again in your life. Now, the way to cope during the Mercury retrograde is studying. Group number 4, they really want you to go within, realize the wisdom that you have, realize the wisdom that other people around you have, and learn it, embrace it, and teach it. Going back to school, learning more about yourself, I'm also getting for some signing up for therapy. But group number 4, in order for you to cope during the Mercury retrograde and all the things that you're going to be going through during that time, definitely they want you to just study and open yourself to knowledge and research, because by doing research, you'll find your truth and you'll feel safe and you'll be able to trust your intuition. Okay, group number 4. And lastly, the outcome of the Mercury retrograde, we have conflict and defeat. What I'm seeing here in this card is this way. So by the end of the Mercury retrograde, you're going to be walking away from all the conflict and those feelings of defeat. You're going to be coming up as a new person. You're going to see the light within and the confidence that you have, and you're going to see how worthy you truly are to be loved by others, to be accepted by others, and to have beautiful, lasting relationships. I'm also getting here, group number 4, that some of you guys are going to start taking care of your body during the beginning of the Mercury retrograde, and you're going to see the changes at the end of the Mercury retrograde, and you're going to feel encouraged, motivated, and you're going to keep sticking with those patterns of taking care of your body and your health, and it's going to be great for you. During the Mercury retrograde, group number 4, I'm getting that you guys are going to be building new little rituals, whether that's meditating, using the sound healing, affirmations, the exercise, the eating healthy, all those little tiny things of self-care and taking care of your body and trusting your intuition are really going to be daily rituals that you're going to start implementing for the rest of your life, and it's going to be something very beautiful that they want you to know to keep going. Just because you see the results right now, or just because you're seeing the changes happening, doesn't mean to become complacent and stop using all of these things. They want you to continue to use it and make it as a habit. Okay, group number 4, that's coming very strongly. They want you to keep going and keep staying true to the little rituals that you know are going to help you feel safe, are going to help you open your crown chakra, and are going to help you just trust yourself overall. Okay, group number 4. But at the end of the Mercury retrograde, I see great things for you. I see you really just walking away from all the things that brought you conflict and defeat, and feeling great about yourself, and just reigniting that spark within yourself again, group number 4. Well, I'll end your reading there. If you enjoyed this reading, give this video a thumbs up. If you feel like this message can help someone else, go ahead and share this video. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow. And if you'd like a personal private reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Thank you so much, group number 4. And until next time, bye-bye.